Let's pause for playing in the national anthem. That is the anthem. I don't know that we'll have any starting lineups tonight, so we'll go ahead and get you your home team starting lineup. Brought to you by Lady of the Sea. For South Lafourche, it is Caroline Hemel, Alexa Rogers, Estrella Rivera, Kira Summers, and Claire Repstock. That is the 5 for the Tarps. The 5 for the Mustangs will be Kamira Taylor. Janae Shaw. We've got Macklin Meggs. We've got Melissa Valenzuela, and we've got Jalen Thompson. That's the 5 both ways. Tarpons in the home whites with the blue trim. The Mustangs in the all black with the white and red trim. Looks like it's going to be Thompson jumping against Summers.
I wonder, I'm just thinking, does baseball have a game or?
Not varsity. Not varsity.
No, Dominic might be, I don't know, baseball, possibly.
Something tells me before that boys matchup, he might make his way here.
You notice he's not here, no stars. Nice.
Right.
No one can do it like Hollywood.
Yes, main event Dom. We're missing his presence. Mr. Paul Trahan will throw it up. We are underway. The Mustangs surrender the tip to the Tarpons, who are going to get a layup. Estrella Rivera. Little jump ball play by South Lafourche there.
Yeah, nice play right off the jump.
Mustangs throw it long and will turn it over. So could not have scripted a better start to the game for South Lafourche.
Eddie Tarpons, a little bit pressure. One girl has pressure.
Yeah, I don't think she got the right memo. Repstock on the left side feeding it to Cutting Rivera. She just made the first layup, missed that one. Rebound goes back to the Mustangs, Valenzuela. Assumption looking to get it down the floor. That's Shaw. Shaw working the left side, Meggs. Meggs fires one. No. Rebound goes to Rogers. That's one thing. Assumption's going to shoot some outside shots if they did play the way they did last year. Rogers have it stripped at the rim, and it's knocked out of bounds to Assumption.
Double crossover move right there.
Mustangs trying to fight the pressure. And guarded very closely by Hemel right in front of us. Now they work it out to Shaw. Half-court offense for the Lady Stangs. There's the wrong one to leave. Valenzuela in and out there. We saw her make a bunch of shots last year. And they travel, on the floor. Sure, Coach Ron Pace is watching that one and saying, where the heck was that a month ago? As the Mustangs go to the floor.
Valenzuela shot, that long shot. The ball was a long rebound. The Lady Tarpons are going to have to send someone there to get that long rebound.
1 minute in, it's 2-0. Repstock. Getting it to Rogers, top of the key. Rogers. To the right side, Summers. Lady Tarpons with some good ball movement. Repstock backing down. Has a size advantage, but has it blocked away by Valenzuela. Shaw coming the other way. Shaw to the right side of the floor. They'll attack into the mid-range for pull-up. Taylor missed it. Rebound goes to the floor, and Assumption will get a second chance. Shaw in the attack. Will feed into the paint. Now working it around the horn for a shot that's no good. Flying in for the offensive rebound. And put back no good. There's Meggs in the miss. And the Lady Tarpons finally cleaned it up. Caught a break there, though. Some good looks for Assumption. Rivera on the right side, back the other way. Hemel with a free throw line shot. Slash. That's 4-0 South Lafourche.
Good start on offense from the Lady Tarpons.
Well, they did score the ball pretty well against Vanderbilt. Forced some fouls, put some pressure on them. Valenzuela's across the timeline to Meggs. Working to Valenzuela all the way through the lane, shoots it up, and will draw the foul. So 2 shots will be coming for Melissa Valenzuela.
Fouls on rep stop.
Ryan and I don't know if she's like known for being a shooter, but boy, last year when these teams met, she sure was. You remember that performance last year?
Oh, yes. We were hoping she was going to be a senior.
Shot after shot. Didn't convert that one.
Well, the Lady Tarpons are not rebounding the ball as well as they should on the defensive end. They're giving Assumption second chances at the basket.
That's going to have to get better as the broadcast goes on, as the Mustangs get on the board with a free throw. Hemel. As the Mustangs bring some pressure, Rogers across the timeline. They break it easily. They'll get a layup. Summers will lay it up and good. Not sure that was something that the Mustangs were expecting as the Lady Tarpons carve up the pressure and get an easy 2. Ooh, bending through Taylor. Gets up in the air, but feeds it inside for a layup. It's good, but Taylor's down. She's hurt. Looks like she's okay.
But she might have fell right on that knee.
And Coach Wilridge is telling her, hey, come on, let's get off the floor here. She looks like she did land on the knee.
Last bucket Assumption was by Thompson.
They'll get a sub into the game, J.O. Washington. Another name we remember from previous games. Ryan will go check her out. They bring the pressure.
Ooh, got away with a travel on the baseline.
Hemel across the timeline for Lady Tarpons up by a bucket, and they'll throw it away.
Oh, it's after mid basket. Shipping on the basket.
Yep. There's no one in this gym that's taking advantage of that more than you. Especially with the double pass off of a made basket. That was one of your tricks that you had up your sleeve.
Oh, yeah.
Valenzuela getting it to Meggs. And a blocking foul will be called on. They're going to call moving screen. I thought that they were calling it on Hemel when he signaled block, but it is a moving screen.
You see that more and more this year. Those offensive fouls are called away from the ball.
Rivera gets it to Summers. Hemel, get it working it around the horn. Lady Tarpons with a Estrella Rivera drive. It's tapped around. Mustangs steal it away. But Rogers fights and gets it back. Rogers to Summers on the right block. Shoots a wild, no good. Rebound goes to the Mustangs. Meggs. Meggs will come down the floor. Getting the basketball to Shaw. Dribbles off of her foot. Lady Tarpons will pick it up. It would have been open back if not. Hemel will lay it up and missed it strong. Rogers tries to tip it and draws the foul. Let's see if we'll give her free throws for that. She was trying to tip it in, and they'll put her on the floor. Marcy Chasson checks into the game for Estrella Rivera.
That was nice hustle by Hemel. Not letting them touch the ball. She didn't pick it up.
Hemel got to get it in. Gets it to Chasson, who's just checked in. Versing around the Summers will attack. No. Rebound goes to the Mustangs. Shaw pushing it down the floor. Back tap from Hemel, but it ends up in the hands of a Lady Mustang who lays it up and in. That's Washington. It's 6-5.
Oh, you got some perfume on?
Somebody does. You smell that?
Yeah, that's some
Yeah. Rogers will attack with the little floater off the glass. No, rebound goes to the Mustangs.
Good penetration from Rogers. He's getting finished.
Valenzuela with a home run pass overshoots everyone. Was trying to hit Meggs, and it'll go out of bounds. So another chance for the Tarps. Alexa Rogers walking it across. Into the left side, Hemel, and out of rep stock. She can make that shot. Tries to get it inside to Summers. And we're going to have a tie-up. The arrow points to the Mustangs. Lady Tarpon offense last couple possessions has dried up a little bit. Got to give Assumption some credit for that on the defensive side.
Look, they're not giving it a chance in the offense. You got to reverse the basketball. They're getting it on one side and they're trying to enter the post entry from that one side. You got to reverse the ball.
The Mustangs have a chance to take their first lead. Meggs. Step back. Well, that's a tough shot. Good contest by Hemel. Didn't give an inch. And it turns into an empty possession.
Hemel's pretty tough on defense.
Coach Wilridge was none thrilled by that possession. Now here comes the Lady Tarps Rogers. Dribble handoff. Oh, she missed it at the rim. Repstock handed it off to Rogers, and Rogers was by herself at the cup and couldn't score it.
Simple give and go. Rogers wide open for a layup.
Timeout called by Coach Wilridge, a 30-second timeout. We played a little more than half of a quarter. It's 6-5 South Lafourche. What do you see now there, Brian?
Well, I'm seeing the Lady Tarpons are going to have to box out on the defensive end. They're giving Assumption a few extra shots at the basket. And on offense, the Lady Tarpons are moving, but like I mentioned before, I like to see them reverse the ball a time or two before trying to get an entry pass. You might be wide open where they can catch it on the block and shoot.
6-5 the score. Lady Tarpons will be on defense out of the timeout.
The initial defense from Lady Tarpons is pretty good. They force an Assumption into some bad shots on offense.
Shaw walking it the other way. Hemel waiting for her. Across the timeline. Very slow, loopy pass, and Washington stepped out of bounds. So the possession will go to South Lafourche.
Good defense from Rogers. She made Washington uncomfortable in her space and forced her to take a step back. She stepped on out of bounds line.
And somebody's going to have to get a sub for Washington. She's playing with an earring. Ms. Paul Trahan says that's a no-no. So 14 Pellegrin will check into the game. And now we rock on. South Lafourche trying to get a bucket here. Up a point. Chasson. There's Summers on the right baseline. Now to Rogers. Lady Tarpons working it around the perimeter, trying to get an inside touch. Assumption has it bottled up for now. Get it inside to Summers on the right side. Now Rogers top of the key. Back inside to Summers, fighting on the floor for it. And gets it out to Repstock somehow. Rogers will fire a three and out. Rebound goes to the Mustangs, and a foul will be called on South Lafourche on the rebound. Well, great hustle by, what was it, Chasson went to the ground, got it out of there.
Yeah, and the attack and the rebound, just right there, Chasson was a little bit too aggressive.
I'm sorry, it was Summers who went to the floor and got it out of the scrum. 1 point game. And 6-5 for a little while. Here's who's going to get the next blood. Shaw to Meggs. Hemel harassing at the top, waiting on a screen. Work it to the left corner for a triple. That's off. Rebound goes to the Mustangs, but Chasson will strip it away. Got him beat down the floor, and they get it to Rogers, who drop it to Summers, who laid up and in. A good transition offense that time from the Lady Tarpons. Need some more of that. Mustangs. That's a Meggs. Shaw on the left side. Shaw studying her options. She's being very closely guarded. Now Meggs. Around the 1 minute mark. After Shaw. Very stagnant possession for the Mustangs. Ends in a long 3-0. Rebound goes to the floor, and Assumption will pull it away. Meggs shoots a tough mid-range. Couldn't get it, but another chance on the inside is good by Thompson. High off the glass and good. And it's 8-7. Inside they go to Repstock down low. Couldn't score it, and it'll go out of bounds to the Lady Tarpons. So excellent footwork there. Couldn't finish. Now at 34.4 to go in the first quarter, Lady Tarpons will have possession.
Yeah, she got caught a little too far under the basket.
Rogers will fire a three on the left side. No. Rebound goes out of bounds to the Mustangs. Happy you're with us here on the Tarpons Sports Radio Network. One possession left in the quarter, maybe, for Assumption. 30 seconds to go. But they're fighting some pressure, and it'll be tied up. The arrow pointing to South Lafourche. An outstanding job by Kira Summers. They're forcing the turnover.
Great job by Coach Jenkins right there, going with a full court pressure after that missed shot.
Rogers to Summers on the right side, back to Rogers, working around the Hemel. Now Repstock. Repstock gets it to Rogers. Rogers splits the defense to Chasson for a three, short. Rebound goes to the Lady Stangs, but it'll be thrown out of bounds. So South Lafourche will have it with 10.9 to go. Both teams missing some shots they usually make there. Lady Tarpons throw it away on the inbound. Chasson wasn't ready for it. Are the Mustangs aware of the clock? Shaw will feed it inside. Pellegrin lays it up and in, and Assumption will take their first lead right as we get to the end of the first quarter. It's Assumption 9, South Lafourche 8. We'll be back in 1 minute with second quarter action here on the Tarpons Sports Radio Network.
Technology, a modern blessing, but a curse when issues arise. Your business systems should enhance your operations, not complicate them. Rev Business is your human touch in the digital world, with personal support and meaningful solutions to your real-world challenges. We are a local team who will do whatever it takes to keep you up and running for internet, hosted phone, and security. Experience the difference of working with Rev Business. 90 years of connecting Louisiana.
Welcome back here to South Lafourche High School. It is 9-8 after a quarter. Casey just there with good Brian Colley. Assumption just made a layup to take the lead right on the buzzer there. We'll see if the Lady Tarpons can maybe take some momentum back. But I think, Brian, after watching the quarter, this is going to be one where I don't think either team's going to get a lot of separation from the other.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a tight game throughout.
Mustangs have the first possession. Valenzuela picks up the dribble. Summers nearly rips it away. Rogers now has it. Down the floor, at the rim. She will lay it up and good. And Alexa Rogers gets in transition and scores two. She's so dangerous in transition. Young ninth grader. Now the Mustangs. Washington. Valenzuela working back to Shaw. Shaw steps into one high arcing three. Nothing but the bottom. A big three there.
She shot that with some confidence.
I told you, they can score some points and they're rolling. They have some games where they put up some buckets this year. Rogers all the way through. That's terrible defense there. Alexa scores that one. Now Lady Tarpons trying to pry it away. Somebody got to stop the ball in the black jerseys. Washington shoots another one. No. Rebound goes to the Mustangs down low. Pellegrin missed it. Rebound goes to Rivera. If there is one big drive for South Lafourche, it would be the offensive glass. Assumption's cleaning them up down there. Summers gets it to cutting Rivera down low. No, Repstock's there. Flares at the rim, and she will lose it out of bounds.
Nice move by Claire. Everyone thought she was going to go to the middle with her strong hand. She came back to the left side, used her left hand.
Mustangs fighting against some pressure. They get it to Pellegrin. Pellegrin on the right side working into Rivera. That's a tough shot. She draws the foul. So 2 shots will be coming for Emmy Pellegrin. With 6:40 to go in the opening half. Happy you all are with us.
Look, if you're going to pressure full court, you can't allow the inbound pass to come to midcourt. It puts you at a huge disadvantage.
Free throw is no good. Rattles out. One more shot. Made that one, and it's 13-12. Alea Savage checked into the game for South Lafourche. Rogers. Tries to get it to Savoie on the left side. Savoie tries to feed the paint, and it's thrown away, but Paul Trahan will say it was kicked out of bounds, so stay with South Lafourche. Not everyone's aware that it's South Lafourche's ball. Assumption's got to run back and play. Rogers gets it to Savoie in the corner, or long two, missed it. Rebound goes to Rivera flying in, but you can't hold it. Here come the Mustangs. Pellegrin reversing it out to Shaw. Now Valenzuela on the left side. Into the lane, shoots up, no, off the bottom of the backboard, and now Lady Tarpons come the other way. Email to Rivera. They've got big numbers here, 4-on-2. Rivera to Rogers at the rim, lays it up. Oh, she missed it. Rebound goes to Savoie. Will shoot it up. No. Rebound finally will go to the Mustangs, but Alea Savoie will tie it up. Great hustle. She got body slammed to the floor there by Thompson, but she didn't let go of the ball. And Savoie will take a breather. South Lafourche had the arrow. Cammy Petrie checks into the game for the Lady Tarpons. It's a young lineup out here. Cammy's got it.
Cammy, what you doing?
Thought that the Lady Tarpons were going the other way.
I was about to scream at her. Stop.
Now she attacks the right. Rogers, now Repstock dribbles through. Hemel will step into a three. No, rebound goes to Petrie, but she can't save it.
Yeah, look, that was good offense from the Lady Tarpons. They got a good shot, good look at the basket.
Setting up the pressure. Mustangs will get it across the timeline. Valenzuela to Shaw. Long three. No. Rebound goes backwards to Valenzuela. An extra possession. They feed it inside to Pellegrin. Shoots it up. No. Rebound goes to Hemel, who's fouled. So the Lady Tarpons will generate a foul with 5:15 to go in the second quarter. 13, Meggs will check back into the game for the Stangs. Thompson will check out.
The board's incorrect with the fouls.
Yeah. I trust you. Rogers has it poked away. There's a cartwheel right in front of our radio table, literally. And then it'll be knocked out of bounds and it'll go to Assumption.
Yeah, good hustle. Another timeout.
Timeout by Coach Jenkins, a 30-second timeout. It's 13-12, Mustangs in front. So the Assumption team will have possession of the ball out of the break. Let's go ahead and thank some of our sponsors for allowing us to be here. Wow, we got a spare second here on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network. I could go ahead and thank Ashley Barrios State Farm, GIS, putting people first. South Lafourche Bank, your true hometown bank since 1967. Joe Septic, on call 7 days a week, 24 hours a day for all your fencing and septic needs. And the Gin Gators. Thank the Gin Gators so much for their support. Go visit Travis and those guys.
With the Lady Tarpons on defense, they're going to have to get out that habit where when the ball's shot, they're all running toward the rim for a rebound. And those long three-point shots are coming right over their head.
Yeah, 100%. Assumption inbounds right in front of us. Shaw who has it. Email waiting to play some defense. Work it to the left side. Washington back to the left wing. Shaw shoots it up. No. Rebound goes to the floor, and the Lady Tarpons pry it away. Petrie. Have him down the floor. Hemel. Caroline was in between. Didn't know whether or not to pick it up or make a dribble down the floor.
Yeah, and the angle she received the pass, that was hard for her to try and even turn and come to a jump stop.
Let's see, a sign in the stands. Happy birthday, Cammie Jane. I think today's Cammie Pete's birthday. We hope this birthday girl maybe make a blue boot bomb at some point in the game.
And they can't get anything past you.
That's right. Washington. There's it to Meggs, mid-range, got it. And it's 15-12.
That was good offense from the Mustangs right there, wide open in the corner of the foul line.
Repstock on the block, Meggs down. Now Savoie, she can make that shot. Missed it that time. Rebound goes to the Mustangs, pushing it down the floor. Meggs shoots a mid-range. No, rebound goes to Repstock. The Lady Tarpons would be well served to have a patient possession here. Keep reversing it, maybe get a layup. Rogers working it around. Repstock shoots a three. No, rebound goes to Rivera. Rivera will lose it. Oh, they'll say it's knocked out of bounds by Assumption. So the Tarpons will keep possession, 3:52 to go in the opening half.
Lady Tarpons are going to be careful. If you want to push the ball, you're going to have to get back on defense.
Rogers being harassed, but she gets good penetration. They lose it in the lane, and now the Mustangs are coming the other way. Meggs, 1-on-1 against Petrie at the rim. Good job by Cammie hustling back. The second chance is up and good from Thompson. That's been the story of the game tonight. Assumption's beating on the glass.
Cammie did a great job of getting back and stopping the initial layup.
Savoie to Rogers. 5-point game's largest Assumption lead so far. Savoie to Rivera. Estrella gets it back to Leia. Savoie now Rogers in the right wing. Long reverse pass to Estrella Rivera. Penetrates into the lane, has been blocked away. Rebound goes to Rogers flying in, and she'll draw the foul. So Alexa Rogers will shoot two. Good hustle there on the backside of the play. Alexa Rogers penetrates.
Lady Tarpons doing a better job of moving the ball on offense, and you see how that middle just opens up. That's allowing Rogers to penetrate and get to the basket.
Shot is up and no good off the heel. Lady Tarpons are getting almost a line change. Well, just two in. Because Chassell's in for the shooter. That's Vega who checked in, and I believe Hemel checked in. And now Rogers will take a breather for Chassell.
Yeah, I think good job. Again, Coach Jenkins subbing her players in and out, trying to keep them fresh.
Assumption coming across the timeline. Skidmore, remember her from last year. Ready to Shaw. Shaw in the corner, right in front of the students. Missed it, in and out. Rebound goes to Vega. As it poked away from behind, Thompson got away with a walk. Didn't get away with a walk. She traveled. So 4-point game. Maddie Vega will come the other way for the Lady Tarps. See if South Lafourche could protect the ball without Rogers in there. Hemel's at the rim. Feeds it to Chasson. Oh, just missed an easy one. Lady Tarpons got to have those. That was an easy layup there. Shaw penetrates, doesn't have numbers. Oh, my goodness. Don't know how she scored that one in traffic. And it's 19-13.
She's making that shot. It's two people to push.
Chasson attempts a three from the wing, wide open, couldn't convert. Now Valenzuela's got it. Mustangs have numbers down the floor. Meggs at the rim, missed it. Rebound goes to Chasson. And Chasson's being harassed, and she lost a lot of bounds to Assumption. Assumption's speed and athleticism advantage has been a little profound here in the second quarter. Jaya Washington will check back into the game for Janae Shaw. Valenzuela gets it to Meggs, loses it, but they get it inside for a shot that's no good by Thompson. Rebound goes to Repstock, got to beat down the floor. Vega one-on-one at the rim. She catches it and reverses it to Chasson, who lays it up and in. Good job running the floor from Chasson, and it's a 4-point game. Mustangs nearly throw it away. Valenzuela will grab hold of it. Oh, top of the key, 138 and counting. Chasson all over on the defensive side. They work it to Valenzuela near midcourt. On the left side, now top of the key to Meggs. The defense from Chasson again. Now Hemel switches over. That's a tough shot, but a little too much contact, and 2 shots will be coming for the Mustangs.
I have had 4 fouls in the quarter.
Oh, I thought you were saying on the
player.
player.
No, it may not be quarter. That's true in a second.
I was about ready to say that's 4 fouls on the player. My goodness.
Absolutely not.
free throw is good. And it's 20-15. Second shot coming for Megs. She got that one, and it's a 6-point game. Megs will take a breather as Pellegrin will check into the game.
You just have a feeling both coaches know this game's going to come down to the fourth quarter, subbing in and out.
Yep. That's the feel I got for sure. Chasson working to right side Rivera. Rivera out to Email. Email, the free throw line area, back to Chasson on the right wing. Chasson will shoot the mid-range. No, he's strong. Rebound goes to Assumption. Both teams have fouls to give at the 1 minute mark. Valenzuela steps into one. Nope. Rebound goes to Pellegrin. Shoots it up. No. Rebound goes to the Mustangs down low. And a foul will be called on Claire Epstock. Claire Chasson, that would be
the action to call that on Hemel.
On Hemel. I was about to say Claire Chasson. That's an old volleyball player over here back in the day. Daughter of the principal. Thompson shoots it up and good. Hey, what? Assumption's making their free throws, man. It's a big bonus on the road. There's that one. Rebound goes to the floor, and Hemel comes away. Hemel looking to push across the timeline. Lady Tarpons down 7. 38 seconds to go in the half. Hemel to the left side of the floor. Rivera all the way through, lays it up, in and out. Couldn't get the roll. Assumption got to beat down the court. Can Lafourche recover? Washington. Lady Tarpons do recover, but Washington still scores it. And it's 24-15. 20 seconds to go for South Lafourche. Hemel. It's to Vega. She can make that shot. Nope. Rebound goes to Rivera. And has it thrown away. Washington in transition at the rim. Lays it up and good. And Assumption will take all the momentum into the locker. It's 26-15 at the half. We will be back in 3 minutes with the Mustangs up by double digits. We'll be right back on the Tarpons Sports Radio Network.
Technology, a modern blessing, but a curse when issues arise. Your business systems should enhance your operations, not complicate them. Rev Business is your human touch in the digital world, with personal support and meaningful solutions to your real-world challenges. We are a local team who will do whatever it takes to keep you up and running for internet, hosted phone, and security. Experience the difference of working with Rev Business. 90 years of connecting Louisiana.
shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever time you got left, go out and shoot. Especially if you in the opponent's gym, go out, yes, shoot, and just get your surroundings, whatever you have to do. But I used to hate it when some kids would want to come and just straight to the bench and sit down. And another thing that would bug me too is that when a kid you know is not going to play, they out there shooting.
Stealing the ball from a starter. Coach, I got to get my shots up.
I'm talking some JV kids that you would bring up. But
Yeah.
if the varsity guys are not going to do it, go shoot.
Absolutely. We got 16 minutes left to go. Let's see if the Lady Tarpons can make a surge. Assumption has it first.
Each team with 10 turnovers.
Shaw working it to the left side. They're not going right to left, by the way, for your radio listeners. Shaw on the left side near midcourt working on Hemel. Dribble handoff on the left wing to Washington. Now to Valenzuela. Now back to Shaw. Shaw splits the defense, gets into the lane, and we have a blocking foul called on Claire Epstock. So it'll be the second on Claire.
Yeah, good job by Claire. I get a little too late.
Free throw is good. As Mustangs continue to make some shots at the line. The second one is no good. Rebound will go to the floor. Assumption will pull it away. And now it'll be volleyball to Valenzuela for a three. Got it.
My goodness.
That's a backbreaker. You lose the loose ball scrum. You don't get the rebound on the free throw.
They actually did a good job of boxing out. It just got unlucky with a bounce.
Now Rogers. Summers trying to answer. No. Rebound goes to the floor. And Rivera has it, but it's poked away by the Mustangs. Mustangs in transition. Meggs can't corral it. She'll save it back to Hemel. Hemel will throw it to Rogers. Rogers across the timeline. Feeds it to Summers, who will lay it up. And good. Good shot there from Sarah Summers. And it's a 13-point game.
Summers has that shot down.
Yeah, she makes those layups on that left block. Easy. Has that good little kiss off the glass. Shaw with a long one. That's a lethal shot there. And it's a 16-point game, a long three.
Tarpons got caught going underneath the screen, not over the top. It cost them.
Rogers. Top of the key to the right side. Hemel, now Rivera. Working back to Rogers. Top of the key to Repstock. Inside to Summers, wide open on the block. Goes up and good. I just think that's the trick. Make them play defense for a couple of swings, and they're going to break down.
It opens that middle up. That was a good job moving the basketball by the Lady Tarpons.
Shaw. Working on Hemel. Steps in another one. That would have been a tough shot. Hit the post up there on the top of the backboard.
Yeah, if she'd have made that, there's not much more you can do on defense.
Yeah, you tip your hat and you say congratulations on an awesome shot. That was off balance, long three. Summers to Rogers. Rogers will shoot a floater. Can't score it. Rebound goes to Repstock. Back out to Summers. Now Hemel. Right side to a cutting Summers. Missed it at the rim. Rebound goes to a tie-up, I believe. Yep, the arrow points to South Lafourche. Good job by the Lady Tarpons tying it up. Down 14 in the third quarter. Stolen away on the inbounds. Here come the Mustangs, pushing in transition. Shaw dribbles off of her foot, but Valenzuela's there. Valenzuela. Attack, shoots a tough mid-range shot. No, rebound goes to Rivera. Rivera will get it to Rogers, and the Lady Tarpons will take a turn. Rogers to Summers has the three-pointer block, but right to Rivera, who has it poked away. Baseline out of bounds, chance for South Lafourche. 21 Skidmore will check into the game for Meggs, who will check out. Lady Tarpons working to the right side. Rogers to Summers. Now back to Rogers. Inside to Rivera. Missed it with the left. Rebound goes to Assumption. Shaw pushing it in transition. Shaw all the way through with the left. No. Rebound goes to the floor, and they'll be over the back on Assumption.
Yep. Her second.
33-19, 4:56 to go in the third quarter. Assumption in front. Tarpons trying to get this back into single digits. Email to Rivera. I think South Lafourche is going to have to make a blue boot bomb or two at some point in the second half. And a little bit of a challenge on the offensive side. Repstock will lay it up. No. Rebound goes to the Mustangs, but they're standing out of bounds. So another chance for the Lady Tarps.
You almost think that like the first team to maybe 40, 45 would win this game.
Yep, I would think so.
There it is.
Repstock. Ooh, she thought about the three. Said they'll work the screen. Rogers on the right side. Ball moving from the Tarpons. Summers gets back to Rogers. Now Repstock. Rivera. Trying to get a clean shot. That has been tough to get. Now Rivera will fire one from the right side in and out.
You see, that's good offense from the Lady Tarpons.
Rogers steals the outlet pass away and will draw the foul. So Alexa Rogers will go shoot two. Sorry, Brian.
They moved the ball around. They swung it. Opened up the middle. Then Rogers penetrates and kicks out a wide open three. Shots are just not falling for Lady Tarpons.
Did play last night. Wonder if maybe the legs are just a smidge heavy. Rogers shoots it up and no good. Lady Tarpons were here last night beating St. James. Rogers will miss them both. Well, you got to have them right now. But Assumption will lose the rebound out of bounds. Mustangs are giving you ample opportunities to stay in it right now, but the Lady Tarpons just are not scoring. Rivera gets it into Rogers on the right side. Rogers, reverse pass to Rivera, shot fake, attacks the left, plays it up, and good. A good shot there from Estrella Rivera, a little floater, and it's a 12-point game. So the Tarpons have a surge in them. Shaw across the timeline. Attacks with the left. Kicks it to the left baseline for a mid-range pull-up. That's an air ball. Rebound will go out of bounds to the Lady Tarps. Telling you, Assumption's starting to play with their food a little bit. And South Lafourche can maybe make them pay for that. Rogers across midcourt. High screen action, attacks the right to Hemel. Hemel on the baseline, back to Rogers, but she stepped on the baseline. That'll turn her back over to Assumption.
Hemel's got to get confidence and shoot the ball right there in that corner. She has a good shot.
We saw her do it at LCO. She could definitely score it. Penetration here from Meggs. Attacks into the lane. We have an offensive foul that'll be called. For charge, Estrella Rivera took it. And it's another Mustang turnover, boy. They've just been a while since they've scored. Lady Tarpons just have not trimmed the deficit down. Repstock will try to do that here. Shoots it up and good. And it's a 10-point game.
Can you believe it's Repstock's first two of the game?
I can't. Yeah, it is. That's a rarity. Mustangs will turn it over. Good defense from Hemel. Summers grabs it and loses it, and it'll be Shaw who knocks it off Summers out of bounds. So the Mustangs will keep possession. Mustangs get it quickly across the timeline. Skidmore loses the dribble, but it'll land in Pellegrant's hands for a mid-range. Well, not mid-range, a little shot in the lane that's good, and it's 35-23. Basketball's a crazy game. They did everything wrong that possession and found a way to score. Some possessions you do everything right and can't convert, as Repstock would draw a foul and a good feed from Rogers. So 2 shots coming for Claire Repstock. She's, as Brian said, got 2. Missed it. I feel like Lady Tarpons have struggled at the free throw line tonight.
Missed 4.
Missed 4. But isn't it 1 of 5? I knew the percentage wasn't very good. Mustangs shuffling some personnel, and Mr. Bychurch is saying no. Let's see what they're. Oh, Skidmore didn't go to the. Or excuse me, Pellegrin didn't go to the table. Just kind of ran from the bench onto the floor, and Coach Bill said, "Nope, that's a no-no. You got to get back out there." See if they let her go in if this free throws and make.
Oh no, he got another second go off the front.
And now the Mustangs come the other way, but Lady Tarpons now 1 of 6 at the line. Mustangs think about the 3. That is Washington with a mid-range. No, rebound flying in there is Meggs, and she'll draw the foul.
Oh, 12 minutes.
It'll be her 3rd. So 3 fouls now on Rebstock. And Meggs will be shooting 2. Can't convert the first. Now they're going to get Pellegrin to the game.
Lady Tarpons are 1 of 6.
Yeah, that's
free
tough.
throws.
That's tough. It's hard to win a game when you're 1 of 6. Mustangs had 1 there. It's a 13-point game. 2:10 to go in the 3rd. Summers gets it inside to Rebstock and has it poked away from behind. Don't foul it, Claire. They're fighting on the floor. Mustangs come away with a Pellegrin. Inside of 2 minutes in the 3rd quarter, and a steal by Hemel at midcourt. Lady Tarpons will have it again. Rogers to Summers on the right side, steps into a 3. It's an air ball. Rebound goes to the Mustangs. Pellegrin gets it to Valenzuela. Valenzuela picks up her handle. Now to Skidmore here midcourt. Skidmore, dribble handoff to Shaw. Now Valenzuela, the top of the key using the screen. They feed it to the right block on the inside for a shot that's no good. Rebound goes to Pellegrin, but she loses it out of bounds. Not bad offense from the Mustangs that time, just didn't convert.
Yeah, Pellegrin needs to turn and face the basket.
Rogers splits the defense and gets to the left side of the floor. 3-point try. There you go. Attaboy. Not a girl, rather. I was saying attaboy to Brian. That he can shoot it. Yeah, he's telling her to shoot it. It's a 10-point game. And she gets a steal. Tarpons have numbers. Hemel will lay it up and miss the bunny. Rebound goes to Summers, who can't convert. Man. And a foul on the back end. Circle that one down. Lady Tarpons got to convert that one there. Now Assumption inside of a minute in the 3rd. Shaw. Dribble handoff to Meggs. Meggs shoots a mid-range at the free throw line, though. Rebound goes to the Mustangs out of bounds. They're active on the glass, man. They deflect balls, keep balls alive, make you tap them out of bounds. Get it inbounds here, Skidmore. Skidmore working it to the left side. That's Shaw. Now back to Valenzuela with an air ball. Rebound goes to the floor, and I think it's off of Assumption, and it is, with 17 seconds to go. So 17.9 to go in the 3rd. Lady Tarpons down 10. A chance to get it to single digits here. Rogers. Assumption does not have any fouls to give. Hemel to Rebstock. Thought about the 3. Will attack instead. Get to the rim. Has it blocked away. Here come the Mustangs. Are they aware of the clock? They are not. And Rogers will shoot a heave-ho. That's not going to count as we wrap up the 3rd quarter. It's 36 for Assumption, 26 for South Lafourche. We'll take a 1-minute break when we get back to 4th quarter here on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network. Coach Brian Conley. Hope everybody is enjoying themselves here tonight. We got 1 quarter left in this one, but we got 4 quarters after that coming up, as we do have a boys matchup after this one. For South Lafourche, I see Rogers, Hemel, I see Summers, I see Rivera, and I see Repstock. That's the 5. Assumption trying to beat the pressure. Skidmore across the timeline. Dribble handoff to Shaw. Shaw with a step back, didn't touch anything. And they try to save it off of Summers. Good hustle, though. If she doesn't make that attempt to save, that basketball would have went over to South Lafourche. Now the Lady Stangs will keep possession. Valenzuela. Shaw. Shaw all the way through. No. Rebound goes to Pellegrin. Missed it. Rebound goes to the floor. Assumption's got it. And they'll make 2. That'll be Meggs. Beating them on the glass has been a theme all game. Rivera, the left baseline all the way into the middle of the lane. Missed it. Rebound goes to the floor, and it's out of bounds off of Assumption. Coach Jenkins is going to go back and chart how many paint misses they've had tonight, and I think they're going to be sick when they see it, as they get a layup there from Summers on the baseline out of bounds.
Summers double digits now at 10.
Telling you, she's a player, man. She's going to be back next year. A big piece of what they do. Mustangs got to get it across here. They're fighting. That's got to be 10 seconds. There it is, 10 seconds. Shaw was kind of sold to the high seas by her teammates. Somebody's got to come up and help her out. She's fighting on the floor. And a 10-second call went to the Lady Tarpons. Rogers. Get it into Summers. The ball's on the floor. The Mustangs have it, but they'll throw it away.
Okay, so like you said a little while ago, the Lady Tarpons are one 3-pointer away.
Yeah, oh yeah. Assumption's trying to carry. Like, Assumption is doing everything that you would want a team to do to mess up a lead. Lady Tarpons just not scored enough to challenge them. But if they could get a big steal, an and one, some of the sort, still a lot of time left here. Rogers gets it inside to Rivera. Hemel on the right side. Repstock. Rogers on the right side. And she's fouled. Not a shooting foul. She was on the baseline. Attacking baseline, got hit. They get it into Hemel. Hemel to Rogers on the right side.
Nice.
Inside. Repstock stolen away, but the Lady Tarpons take it right back. Summers on a foul. Will be called on Assumption. As their second team foul, 6:12 to go.
You can see it's starting to come undone for the Mustangs if we can get a blue bomb here.
Yep.
There
Here's
it
the
is.
shot. Repstock for 3. Bam! There's a blue bomb. And we've got a 7-point game. So the Lady Tarpons have enough time and enough energy. It's down to 7. Hemel nearly gets the steal. Shaw will attack off the bounce. Mid-range blocked by Rivera. And she's standing out of bounds with the basketball. Oh, there's another stop. Can maybe go at him. 38-31 the score. Shaw to inbound. Gets to Valenzuela. Attacks left baseline. Kind of pitches it out back to Shaw. Now they work around the Megs, top of the key. Back to Valenzuela. Back to Shaw on the left baseline. A long 3. Oh, man. What an answer there from Janae Shaw.
There's nothing you can do on that one.
Nope. Big time shot. Little give and go, pick and roll action, and it's scored by Summers on a good feed from Rogers. 8-point game. Brian said earlier, first team to 45 is probably going to win it. Assumption's getting close to that. But if the Lady Tarpons can hold them down for 5 minutes or so, You maybe claw their way back in. Meggs with a tough one, blocked by Rivera. Rebstock being bodied up and fouled. That's the third team foul of the quarter on an Assumption team that frankly is getting a little annoyed right now.
Lady Tarpons have a lot going in their way right now. On the court, the Lady Mustangs are getting a little bit discombobulated. Next point in a second.
Rogers to Rivera. Now Summers working to Rogers. Who she thought about it? To Hemel. Now Rivera attacks the left side. Out to Summers. Wide open three. In and out. Rebound goes to Hemel. And Lady Tarpons will keep it. Boy, if she could have made that one.
The second part is their coach is arguing every call.
Every call, yeah. She's frustrated. Summers with a three. No. Rebound goes to South Lafourche. Rogers. Now Rebstock will try it. Got it! It's a blue bomb. It's a 5-point game. Assumption's been begging for it the whole second half. They've been struggling. And the Lady Mustangs get a timeout right as Alexa Rogers was stealing the ball away. Now, to be fair, when the whistle was blown, Alexa had possession of the ball, but Coach Willards was saying timeout long before the steal.
She was calling the timeout, and the official looked to make sure that she was yelling at him timeout, and by the time he blew the whistle, it was starting. It
looked fishy, but she was saying timeout before the steal.
Yeah, just the whistle came a little late, but.
We've got a 5-point game here, boss man. And Lady Tarpons have made a surge. Claire Rebstock's made a couple shots. And the Mustangs are starting to come undone a little bit.
Good timeout there by Assumption. Lady Tarpons are fighting their way back in. And look, we mentioned at halftime, they really weren't playing bad. Just shots weren't falling. And now in this fourth quarter, shots are starting to fall.
South Lafourche does have the advantage of maybe being able to score with the clock stopped. Assumption has just one foul to give. The Lady Tarpons have not yet committed a foul in the quarter. The Mustangs will inbound right in front of us. And they're going to just throw this one nearly away. Saved by Meggs on the right side. Shaw, another answer. Missed that one. Rebound goes to the floor, and it's out of bounds to Assumption. And hand fighting down low between 33 Thompson and Rebstock.
4:05, plenty of time left.
100%.
Look at the clock, you see it.
And in 5 seconds, it's going to be a panic time, right, Brian?
Yep.
Get it to the left side of the floor. 3-point shot. No. Rebound goes to the floor, and the Mustangs have it again. Valenzuela working it back to Shaw. Shaw attacks. No. Rebound goes to Hemel. Shaw's trying to press it too much right now.
Slow down.
Hemel to Summers. Inside to Rivera. Has it away.
Wow.
Lady Tarpons thought that was a foul. None was called, but a travel will be called on Assumption on this end.
3:36. Not a lot of time left now.
Rogers. Just a 5-point game. It's as close as South Lafourche has been. Summers trying to make a three. No. Rebound goes to the Mustangs. They've got him beat down the floor. Meggs, could someone catch her? Meggs in transition has it stripped away by Summers. Good job.
Good job by Rivera not fouling, allowing Summers to come from the behind and knock the ball out of bounds.
3:19 to go. Assumption trying to hang on. Valenzuela has it knocked out by Hemel. Lady Tarpons have big numbers. Hemel feeds it inside to Rogers. And we have a 3-point game. I don't know how Fallon Hemel found Alexa Rogers. That window was tight. It somehow squeezed through there, and now we're a free throw away from maybe having a 2-point game.
I'd like to know if that's where she was throwing the ball. That was beautiful.
3:09 to go. The free throw is up, and we've got a 2-point game, 41-39. And a sub will come in. The fans think it's a timeout. It is not. It is a sub. Washington will check in. If I'm South Lafourche, I am pressuring very aggressively. You have no team fouls. It's okay if you gamble for a steal and get a foul. Shaw across the timeline to Washington. Get it to the left side of the floor. Meggs. And a foul will be called on Rivera. That's her third. But that's okay. That's not a bad foul. Assumption, by the way, has no fouls to give. None. Yearly a steal by Summers, getting into the midst of Washington. Feed it to the middle, Meggs. Lady Tarpons have the arrow. Mid-range shot and a foul will be called. So 2 shots coming for the Mustangs. Kylan Meggs with 2 big free throws to try to throw a little water on the fire here.
She's tired right here.
And she left it short.
You can tell she is winded at that line.
Now, Hemel and Repstock have to block out. Rebounding has been a big challenge tonight. Made that one. Front of the rim and in. 3-point game. Rogers. Top of the key splits the defenders into the lane. Alexa Rogers scores a basket in the foul. And it is a free throw shot away from being a tie game. You got to give so much credit to these Lady Tarpons. Probably not going to be able to be postseason bound, but they're not quitting. They were down 14 points in this second half, and they're still clawing. And Rogers is just 42 all. The Mustangs coming down the floor. Long pass to Meggs. Meggs with a mid-range shot. Missed it. Rebound goes to the Stangs, and it's knocked out of bounds to stay with the Mustangs. I don't know why they're in such a rush, Brian. We say this about the Lady Tarpons a lot. They're kind of mirroring some of the mistakes South Lafourche made.
They're panicking right now.
Get it inbounds to Valenzuela, top of the key, feeding it inside, and a foul. That's not a bad foul. Before the shot, they were kind of beat off the dribble there.
15.
It'll be called on Summers. That'll be her second. Lady Tarpons now just have one more foul to give. Valenzuela will throw it to the top of the key. Now they work it to the right side. That's Shaw. Shaw steps into another long three. Missed it. Rebound goes to the floor. It'll be a tie-up with the arrow pointing to South Lafourche. So with 2:19 to go, the Lady Tarpons will have possession and a chance to take the lead. Coach Jenkins will call a full timeout. We're going to keep it here. But, Brian, this game has turned around, and we've been waiting on it, right?
Yeah.
We've been saying throughout the whole second half that Assumption was just asking for it. Finally, the Lady Tarpons have made a couple of shots, and we've got a tie game with 2 minutes to go.
And look, just Lady Tarpons right here. You would almost want to see them come with some type of pressure, but you'd be scared to give up a layup.
They're going to have the ball.
Oh, it's Lady Tarpons?
South Lafourche has the ball.
Okay, well, if I was Assumption, then I would come with some type of pressure. And you don't want to give up a layup, but you do something to throw them off guard, because lately the Tarpons are just taking the ball down the court. I would come with some pressure here. Lady Tarpons, right now, rebound the basketball. I don't care if you defensive end, you have to rebound the basketball.
Yep.
And just think, Assumption made a couple of shots that unbelievable. If those shots wouldn't have happened,
You're up 6-8 points right now.
and if you make free throws early in the you up. But still, you're in a good spot. Tie game with 2:19.
Yeah, it's a lot brighter now than it was about 15, 20 minutes ago for sure. The foul situation, the Mustangs have none to give. The Lady Tarpons have one to give. Hemel will dribble it across. Trying to deny Rogers. Hemel comes across the timeline to Rivera. Into a cutting Summers. And the Lady Tarpons have taken the lead.
What I said, come with pressure, but don't give up the layup.
The Mustangs have it to Valenzuela for a three. Wow, big shot. 45-44. Rogers splits the defense at the lane with the left, missed it. Rebound Rivera. No, it's on the floor. The Mustangs have it. Now Lead pushing it down the floor. In transition on the right side. A foul will be called. 2 shots coming for Jaya Washington. Everybody exhale. What a game.
That is Claire, I believe, 4th foul, yes.
Free throw is no good. If you block out here in a white jersey, you might be shooting free throws at the other end. Both teams now over the limit. Washington made that one. It's a 2-point game, 46-44. 1:38 to go. Rogers. To Hemel on the left wing. Hemel back to Rogers. Rogers. To Hemel, wide open 3. It's a blue bomb.
Caroline Hemel shoot the ball.
And here come the Mustangs trying to answer. Rivera is going to commit a foul, and that'll send the Mustangs to the line. Estrella has 4. We said in the second half that the Lady Tarpons had to make some blue boot bombs. They have. Now can the Mustangs make free throws? Jaya Washington missed it.
Who got the 45 first?
Assumption did.
Hope I'm wrong.
One more shot. She made that one. We're tied at 47. Minute 10 to go. And the Mustangs will steal it, but the Lady Tarpons will steal it back. Hemel to Rogers. Rogers to Summers on the right side. No. Rivera flies in. No. Rebound goes to a tie-up with the Lady Tarpons having the arrow. 56.2 seconds to go. South Lafourche will inbound the basketball. It's going to, yeah, South Lafourche had the last arrow. It's going to go to Assumption. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, the Lady Tarpons definitely got the last one. Now the Mustangs will have possession.
Don't foul it.
Shaw. Cross midcourt. And a foul is called on South Lafourche. It's on 3. Caroline Hemel. 2 shots coming for the Mustangs. Both teams are in the bonus. The free throw from Shaw is no good. It touched every piece of the rim and then fell out. Got a block out here. Got that one. Assumption by a point. Timeout, Coach Jenkins. So it's 51.2 to go. The Lady Tarpons call a timeout. Both teams again over the limit. It is a full timeout. We'll keep it here. What do you think Darian's telling her ladies?
Well, I think it's a good timeout. Just remind them, slow. Slow right now. You don't have to get it and dribble with your head down the court. Slow. Assumption may come out, put pressure on you, take care of the basketball. You might be able to draw a foul.
Yep, no doubt about that. I think that'll be something that the Lady Tarpons will be trying to do.
You don't have to score right away, but you also don't want to go down until there's 10 seconds left.
Yeah. You want to give yourself a chance.
As
You got to
many
extend the
possessions
game.
exactly as you can. But and you also have to remind them, okay, if we don't score, if there's like 10, 15 seconds, you got to foul right away. Don't wait. You foul right away if it gets down to 15 seconds.
So all of those conversations, I'm sure, are being had right now.
And these are the things you work on at the end of every practice, where you go to some game-like situations and you put your kids in that situation. I think right here, Lady Tarpons, just be patient. You don't have to score right away.
51.2 to go. The arrow is now with the Lady Tarpons. Remember, Assumption just got one. Email gets it to Rogers. Rogers dribbling across the timeline with ease. Gets it inside to Repstock, and she's fouled. So Claire Repstock will go and shoot 2 with 44.1 to go. We'll let the crowd tell you if this one goes in or not. We're tied. One more for Claire Repstock with 44.1 to go. Missed that, double clutched it. Rebound goes to the Mustangs. Lady Tarpons need a not foul. Play defense, make them score it. Shaw being harassed by Hemel. And a kick will be called on Caroline Hemel. 32 seconds to go. Mustangs will inbound right in front of us. Timeout by Coach Willridge. I think it's a 30. You having fun yet, boss?
Yeah, look.
One heck of a game here.
It is. And just right now, you want to tell your girls, do not foul.
Yeah, make them, if they're going to beat you, make them physically put the ball in the hoop.
Do not foul.
48 all. Brian said in the third quarter, first team to 45 would win it. That was Assumption. Brian, in about 5-6 years of doing this, has never been wrong.
Yeah.
We'll see if South Lafourche could break that streak here. Again, the arrow is with the Lady Tarpons, but both teams are over the limit.
Not sure how much time they have left.
I think it's about like 32 seconds, something like that. 32.1.
Right here, you want to make sure you don't give. There you go. Put Repstock back, not give up the layup. You might get a steal off this inbound pass right here.
They will get it inbounds quick to the left side, and a foul will be called. Shaw draws it. 30 seconds exactly. Shaw will be shooting 2. The foul is on Hemel. 2 shots.
I thought Hemel came up, made a nice play, but a little bit too much contact.
Crowd making noise. She missed it. Never got it over the rim. Could we potentially see overtime?
You have time.
Shaw. Missed them both. Rebound to Hemel. Hemel. Shaw midcourt. Gets it to Rogers. Now to Summers. She can't catch it clean. And it goes out of bounds with 21 seconds to go. No timeout by the Mustangs. They've got to go the length of the floor. Valenzuela to Shaw. Now a timeout by Coach Willridge. She's got 1 left.
Now, it's going to be tough. You want to put pressure, but do not foul.
I can't escape the feeling that we're going to be seeing overtime here in just a few minutes.
I'm feeling a Lady Tarpon steal and layup right before the buzzer.
Oh, that would sure be lovely. If you were a fan of Big Blue, we've got about, 18, 19 seconds left. It's 48-48. We do have a boys game after this one.
Now, Assumption, they'll be taking the ball out on the side, it should be.
Awkward spot to inbound.
If you Assumption, you telling you girl no long passes right here.
And again, the arrow is with South Lafourche if there's a tie-up. Coach Willridge has 1 timeout. Coach Jenkins has 2. They will inbound right in front of the Crazy.
Looks like they're going to be in a zone. They're going to let them inbound the ball.
Valenzuela got it. Clock will run. Back to Shaw. Shaw working on Hemel. Hemel gets her to kick it. Calls on the floor. Lady Mustangs will save it. That's got to be close to 10 seconds. A timeout by Coach Willridge. They started that possession with 19. They crossed at 8. That was more than 10 seconds.
Now,
that's their last timeout, by the way.
If you look at the rule book, I noticed it was a few years when you're reading it, it says a team has to be in continuous control of the basketball. Now, that leads to interpret what is continuous control. Was a loose ball right here where it was no one's ball? That's not continuous control in my book, but
yeah, I think the Mustangs caught a break.
Yeah.
They got 7.3 and now no timeout.
Now with 7 seconds left right here, Lady Tarpons, you're going to switch on every screen on the inbound pass. You have to be careful of the inbounder catching the second pass.
Mustangs are in a stack. They get it to Shaw.
Lafourche.
Shaw will attack at the buzzer. No. Second chance.
Nope.
No. And we're going to overtime.
Okay.
So South Lafourche gets a stop, and we continue to play. Now, with that having been said, the Lady Tarpons have several key players with 4 fouls.
Rivera, Hemel, ref stop, all with 4.
So they're going to have to figure out a way to try to stay out there.
Excuse me, everybody. This match was following about 8 vehicles that are parked in the far lane. If you can, please move it, or you could possibly be told.
They're making an announcement about vehicles parked in the fire lane.
Way to ruin everybody's emotions right now. We're ready for overtime, and I got to move my car.
Yeah. 4 minutes to go. They reset it to 4 minutes. The fouls do not reset, so every foul the rest of the way will be free throws.
Is it like when Tommy Boy to go to the airport? Keep it. You can't park here. Keep it.
Didn't realize that there was a full in the quarter break. Probably should have made a commercial there, but hey, man, whatever. Let's rock and roll. Both teams, well, no, the timeouts don't reset. Coach Jenkins stays with 2.
Out of timeout.
Okay, well, Coach Jenkins will have 3 then, and Coach Willridge will have 1. Add 1 timeout. We will have a jump ball. Thompson will be jumping against Summers. And the Lady Tarpons control the tip. Rogers inside to Summers. They beat him with it again. They started the game with that and got him again the second time. Shaw attacks inside, a block, and Red Sox just fouled out of the game.
Kidding me.
So Claire will foul out of the game with 3:43 to go. It'll be a 2-shot foul. Shaw will be shooting them. Chasson will check into the game. Red Sox played a good one tonight, as she always does. But already you're seeing that foul situation rear its ugly head. Lady Tarpons have a lot of foul trouble.
You know, and you preach taking charges on, but with 4 fouls, you hate to see it.
Yeah, and that wasn't a whole lot of contact on that one. It is now 50-50. Coach Willridge is upset about something. Chasson across the timeline. Gets it to Rivera. Now Rogers. Gets it to the corner for a 3. No, it's a miss by Summers. Rebound goes to Chasson. Lady Tarpons keep possession. Rogers. Back to Summers. Inside to Rivera. Shoots it up. No. And Assumption's got it. 3:15 to go. Mustangs. Shaw. Using a high screen. Tarpons switched the screen. Now they hit the roll. Meggs missed it badly. Got it back. And is fighting for the ball, but she lost it out of bounds to South Lafourche. 2:58 to go. Tarpons throw the inbounds away. Assumption's got it. Meggs with a tough mid-range shot, missed it. Rebound goes to the Mustangs, and they'll draw a foul. Technical foul's just been called on Coach Wilridge. So Assumption's going to get 2 shots on the foul. The Lady Tarpons are going to get 2 shots on the technical foul.
Email
Coach Wilridge
just fouled out.
So a technical foul on Coach Wilridge. So they're going to shoot 2 for Assumption, and then they'll clear the court, I would think. There's no reason for the rebounders to be in there.
Yeah.
They'll clear the court. Meggs will shoot 2. The Lady Tarpons will shoot 2 with whoever the shooter of their choosing is. And then the Lady Tarpons will have the ball baseline out of bounds. Can this game have anything more? I've seen some crazy stuff happen. Meggs by herself out there. Missed it. Curious as to who the shooter is going to be on the South Lafourche side. We'll find that out in just a second.
I would think Summers.
Meggs missed them both.
What are they doing?
Yeah, I don't know why the ladies
Come
are
on,
running onto the floor. We got to know the situation here.
What are we doing?
Everybody on both teams was running from outside of the lane into the lane to go get a rebound. Come on now. Rogers will be shooting them. And after this, South Lafourche will get possession. She missed it. 3 straight misses. As Coach Wilridge says, the ball does not lie. Missed them both. 4 misses in a row at the line. Both teams leaving some points out there. Lady Tarpons will have possession. Timeout, Coach Jenkins. It's a 30. Assumption has, let's see, that is Washington with 4 fouls. Lady Tarpons have already lost a couple of starters with foul trouble in Rebstock and Hemel. And then they've also got Estrella Rivera, who has 4. And then you already have a starter in Nyla Lyons who's out injured. So you're going bone on bone here. You're getting thin. Can you potentially get a bucket and maybe try to hold on late?
And still over 2 minutes to go here.
Yep,
just
51.
under 3. I mean, that's plenty time. It doesn't look like it, but it is.
It is Savoy, it is Summers, it's Chassaw, it's Rivera, and it's Rogers. Rivera, got to get it in, gets it to Rogers.
Oh, he missed the back court.
Rogers picks up the dribble, gets it to Chassaw. Now to Summers, back to Chassaw. They're on the floor. It's a tie-up. The arrow points to Assumption.
If I'm Assumption, I'm denying Rogers the ball the rest of the 2:35 when I'm on defense.
Lady Tarpons are letting him get it in. Shaw has it. Savoy will draw the defensive assignment here. Shaw working on Savoy. And they'll have a dribble handoff, not smooth, but it ends up in Washington's hands. And then they get it back to Shaw. 2:15 to go. Savoy will get called for a foul. Yeah, I don't know why you're fouling in midcourt. I love the aggressiveness of Savoy, and they want to try to make a big play, but they're in that situation at midcourt. There's no reason to commit that foul. Two shots coming for Janae Shaw. And missed it. Might be a situation with the first team to make a free throw in overtime. Might win it. We've seen a bunch of misses.
You got to box out. Don't foul underneath.
Second shot, missed them both. Rebound the Salvoff line in. She loses it on the floor. And then Rivera's foul out of the game. Blocking foul. That'd be the 5th foul on Estrella Rivera. And 2 more free throw opportunities for the Mustangs. Coach Jenkins thinking long and hard about who to put into the game as a 3rd starter has now fouled out.
Cammy Pete, Maddie Veg.
It's going to be Maddie Veg as Rivera will check out. Man, South Lafourche is running thin now. They have had a lot of players fouled out of the ball game. Nope. But Assumption has now missed 5 straight free throws in overtime. One more for Meggs. And the Mustangs have just taken the lead, 51-50. Steal on the inbounds by Assumption. Meggs tries to force it inside, and it's kicked out of bounds by the Lady Tarpons. And South Rouge get a stop. And yes, they'll tie that up. They do have the arrow, so good job by Salva tying it up. That's step 1. Now step 2, can they come the other way and score? Don't know that I'd have Rogers inbounding the ball here. She's pretty much your only ball handler out there right now. Salva has it. She will get it across the timeline. Summers gets it to Rogers. Rogers feeds it inside to Salva. Couldn't catch it clean. Now Shastel has it. Rogers to Summers for a 3. No. Rebound goes to Assumption. And they will nearly throw it away. Now they will throw it away. Rogers on the right side. 90 seconds to go. Rogers will dribble it out of bounds. 1:28 to go. Mustangs have the ball and the arrow with a timeout. Shaw is fouled, and they'll go shoot 2. That foul is on number 11, which is Alea Salvator's 2nd. But for the Mustangs, they have left countless points at the line in this overtime, including that one, another miss.
You say, why are you fouling? But it's working out for them.
That strategy did work out in this gym once. If that's able, they banked that one in. 52-50. Rogers got it. Coming across the timeline. Rogers feeds it to Chasson. She'll draw the foul. So the Lady Tarpons will have a chance to maybe tie it at the line.
Washington, she's out.
So Assumption will get bit by the foul out buck for the first time. Washington.
Taylor checks in.
Yep. Shot is up. No good. Rattles out. Mari Taylor is the new sub. And South Lafourche will split them at the line. It's 52-51. Mustangs trying to get it across. It is Meggs who has it, working on Chasson. Now Valenzuela across the timeline. Got him beat down the floor at the rim, and they'll make the layup. Thompson. Lady Tarpons have time. Salva across midcourt. Tries to feed it down to the block. It's knocked out of bounds. Another thing that we've seen tonight that we don't usually see, we saw a jump shot from 4 feet away just now by Thompson. Had a chance to make a layup. Chasson can make a 3. Fires it up. No. Rebound goes to Rogers. Rogers to Vega.
She can shoot it.
Inside to Summers. No. Rebound goes out of bounds to the Mustangs.
Oh, no.
Lady Tarpons didn't agree with that call. They get it inbounds to Shaw. Shaw has it stolen away by Rogers. Rogers at the rim, lays it up and good. It's a 1-point game, 54 to 53. 41 seconds to go. Meggs to Valenzuela. Back to Meggs. Back to Valenzuela across the timeline. Back to Meggs. Sasso trying to foul. Timeout called by Coach Wilridge with 28.8 to go. We've had one overtime, and it's about to culminate, and we still haven't decided anything with 28 seconds left to go.
Here's the situation here. Can Assumption run out the time? Can they hold the ball long enough until the Lady Tarpons foul? Don't know.
It's a dicey proposition.
Now, the Lady Tarpons, you're in a situation where, hell, be aggressive. And if you foul and it's not called, you can get a steal and go. So don't make it intentional that you foul. Go for the ball, see if you can steal it. And we always used to teach, if they're dribbling with the right hand, attack that right hand. Slap it as hard as you can. If they don't make the call, you get a steal. If they make the call, that's what we wanted to be fouled.
Valenzuela will be the inbounder. No one on the floor for the Lady Tarpons.
You got to protect the rim. Nobody at the rim for the Lady Tarpons. Got to protect the rim.
Mustangs feed it in there, and a foul will be called on Savoy. So 2 shots will be coming in. That's not the worst thing in the world.
No, you kind of got lucky there.
As the free throws will be coming for Janae Shaw, for an Assumption team that's missed a ton of free throws in this overtime.
I may have it tallied by halftime of the board.
Brick off the heel. And how about this? Shaw's going to get iced. The scores table has a question. Exactly sure what's going on there. But boy, I tell you, Janae Shaw is just sitting on a block of ice.
Yeah, you got to get her off that free
now.
throw line.
And it'll be one shot coming to Shaw. Brian, I'm not going to lie to you. Just seeing the way this, I would be shocked if she makes this. And it would show big courage if she does with the way that played out. She does. That's big onions there. 2-point game. Chasson. Long across the timeline to Summers. Deflected to Chasson. And it's out of bounds to Assumption. With 20.9 to go. Got to bounce pass it there, Brian. Got to bounce pass it. They had a layup if they execute a bounce pass. Mustangs dribble handoff to Shaw. Shaw will shoot a floater. No. Rebound goes for a tie-up. The Mustangs do have the arrow, but I have no idea why that shot was attempted. 14 seconds to go. You did just steal the arrow back if you're South Lafourche. Assumption will get it in. Valenzuela, you got a foul. Shaw with a 3. Missed it. Rebound goes to the floor. The Mustangs have it. Why a shot? They'll go to the line. Brian, I don't know. Coach Wilridge is losing her mind to our left. As her team, I think that they might have thought they were down to forcing up shots, but they might be a free throw or two away from getting out of here. Meggs. Missed it. If you're Coach Jenkins, once you get a rebound, do you call timeout?
No, go with it.
6.2 to go. Missed it, but they get the rebound, put back. No.
Still going to shoot it.
Another shot, no. But the clock is running, and the Lady Tarpons do have the arrow. 1.2 to go. Coach Jenkins will call timeout. It's going to take a miracle now. You got to go the length of the floor in 1.2. You figure it's probably going to take about a half-court shot now. But Brian, why are the Mustangs shooting the basketball?
Hey, I feel like Tarpons that good, but it's bad basketball right here.
Yeah, they're writing a book on how to mess up a late game situation.
Yeah. Now, right here, it's 1.2 seconds.
Yeah, you got it.
Oh, now look, the Lady Tarpons, what you have to do, you got to force a 5-second call. First of all.
Oh, you got the ball, Brian.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, South has
What
the
am
ball.
I doing? Well, you got to go 1.2 seconds. You cannot run the baseline.
Nope.
You got to throw it to at least
Yeah, it's going to have to be some sort of long to mid-court, one dribble, evo.
It's now.
Rogers will inbound. It's just a matter of who do you want shooting it, really.
Don't see why Assumption's putting anybody up here.
And Coach Jenkins will call another timeout once she saw the defense. So if your Assumption here, what are you willing to concede? Are you willing to let them get it in on anything on this side of midcourt? Well, what are you willing to concede? I know you said you didn't want them to be up that far.
Yeah, well, what I would do here, I would put whoever's inbounding the ball, guarding the person inbounding the ball, you put them back.
So you have a 4-on-5 there.
Then everybody else, you can deny them the ball and you have to switch every screen. But I'd almost come with some type of a half-court zone right here where I would let them throw the ball on this side of the court.
And if they make a shot from 70 feet away, so be it.
It's girls basketball too. Are they strong enough to get it there? So, yeah, you see it backing up a little bit. I would come back here. The two people under the basket really are irrelevant right here.
Do you think that Coach Jenkins is aware of who can make a 70-foot shot potentially?
Well, look, sometimes during practice, what we would do before a game, we would end up letting them shoot from half court to see.
Well, here we go. Rogers will inbound to the Summers at midcourt. Deflected. And at the buzzer. No! A long shot in and out.
I'm very curious to see. That ball was in her hand when when the buzzer went off.
I think so too, but I think they would have countered it.
That would have been unreal. But that's exactly what you had to do, throw it to midcourt.
We exhale. One game down, one game to go. We got a boys game after this one. We'll be back in 3 minutes here on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network.